Hey, what's up? This is your boy. Welcome to another video. This video will contain spoilers. I want to talk about Modulo Yuji real quick. This is probably gonna be a shorter video here, but that's what this video. This was a channel about. We just chat, we just talk, type stuff. There will be spoilers, so if you haven't read the manga, please leave. What's up? So Yuji is my guy. That's my guy. That's my boy. That's my boy. He's my go. This is my go. He's my go. Okay? To do JJK through Modulo, this will always be my go. Alright? My number one. And now he's also the strongest. Number one in my heart. Number one in verse. Type shit. But I do have a little bit of a problem with it. With Modulo Yuji. Alright? His idea of the strongest is a little too heavy-handed. When I say heavy-handed, it's to the extreme, right? Okay, so here's the idea of younger generation and the new generation and old generation, right? Yuji's mentality is, okay, I did my part. I beat Sukuna, I made Jujutsu Society easier, right? Because he did, right? All curses is relegated to Tokyo. That's him and his generation all coming together, doing that major Jujutsu Society easier. Now you need a partner for when you go curse hunting. He made the process for being Jujutsu Society easier. And because of that, it did make the generation weaker. It did. It did. Right? It did. We all can agree about that. And so now he's like, alright, I did my part. It's time for me to bounce. Okay. I'm gone. No more Itadori Yuji. I got my papers. I bodied Sukuna, so I know I got a hefty paycheck for that. I'm the strongest, so I'm still getting hefty. He making Gojo money. Alright? Yuji is making Gojo money. Alright? This one got money for years. Alright? Band for band. He could go band for band for Gojo. Like, he got that. I'm pretty sure he got that levels of money. He's the strongest. Okay? So now what does every old head do? When they got mad money and nothing to do, they gamble. Okay? Like every old head. He's gambling now. He's enjoying his retirement on pachinko machines and depressed because he's like, I'm gonna forever stay an 18-year-old and all my friends are dying. So I can't even gamble with the old, with my peoples because they're all old and dying and now I'm sad. Which is fair. That is completely fair, right? His idea of it is completely fair. The problem is it's to the extreme. And what do you mean by that? Okay, so Gojo is like, eventually you'll forget about me. Right? Now for Gojo Satoru, eventually you'll forget about me. Find his new levels of strength. I feel like Yuji took those words to the extreme. Like, I don't think Gojo meant you need to be hands off for completely. I don't think he meant that. Now, what I mean by that is that Yuji, you can help these people. You can help them and still not have them rely on you. And what I mean by that is that train them to not rely on you. That's literally what Gojo did. He trained y'all to not rely on him. You can still do that. Mind you, let's say the Jujutsu Society wants to use you as a weapon. You can still say no. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can still be like, I'm not going to do that. You can keep your focus literally on just training the new gen and still say no to whatever Jujutsu Society wants. Right? Because what is the new gen going to do? They're gonna learn from you, right? They're gonna be like, if you're training them to not rely on you, they're not gonna rely on you. Like, they're gonna want to. And plus, the old new gen relies on the old gen. They kind of have to, right? Because the old gen gives the old gen gives people room to move. Gives them ability to crawl, walk, run, right? Your job is to make things easier for them. And he did. He arguably did. I'm not saying he did. But you don't need to just say, don't hit me up ever again. That's kind of fucked up, right? It's kind of, and I get it. It's also from the idea of like, yo, I'm going to be training these people, and they're all going to get older, and then I'm going to watch them all die from old age. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand it. I do. But it's like, you could train people. You can do that. That's what new gen is for. That's like what the old gen is for, is to train the new one. Like, that's what they're for. You're supposed to give them some form of guidance, right? You can't expect them to be Sukuna level if you never put them in situations or you never train them to match Sukuna level. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you should be able to handle the SATs if you, alright, but you never taught me basic math. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that work? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. That doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So, I understand. Like, I get where he's coming from, but it is, a lot of it is masked by depression, right? It is a depressive overload where it's like, okay, he's on sad boy hours. Like, that's a sad man. That he's a sad and broken man. So it's like, all right, I get it. Like, I get it. But, bro, you can be helpful. You can be helpful. You just need to try. You just need to try. Like, you really just need to try. It's like, you know, that's a lot to ask for a guy who watching all his friends die before his very eyes. And literally, if he does train people, like I said, he will eventually watch them die as well. So it's kind of like, what can you really do if you're a Yuji Itadori? What can you really do? But that's really my critique on it. I feel as though he took Gojo's matches to the extreme. He's like, you could die that back. You could die that back. Now let's glaze him. Now let's glaze this nigga. Alright, I just went for my little critique, but it's time for glaze. Alright, it's time for Baskin Robin levels of glaze. Alright. Did you see that piercing blood he did though? Bro, yo, the whole building though? The whole building? My guy? Every Juju, mind you, he had to understand the properties of every Jujutsu sorcerer, every Sumerian in that room to knock them out. Instantly. 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 That's crazy work. That's crazy. That is, mind you, piercing blood only moves forward. It does not make those angles. The only time piercing blood makes those angles, I think so, if I remember, is when Chozo used, I think, flying sorcery with it. I think that's executing sorcery. I think it was with Kinjaku. I think he did piercing blood, and they like kind of turned. I think so. I could be confused. I don't think that was piercing blood. That could have been something else. But most of the time with piercing blood, when you use it, you gotta like swing your hand to like really like maneuver it. Yuji was making them shits hit right angles, obtuse angles, right angles, fucking 80-degree angles, 360. Them shits went up the stair. Mind you, these shits went up staircases. They went up staircases. And he's holding back. Holding back. They casually black flashes, niggas. He's casually black flashing these young people. Bro, I'm pretty sure he's literally just doing it by accident at this point. I'm pretty sure. Matter of fact, I think he's been black flashing so much, that's the reason why he's so young. Because his RCT keeps kicking back in. You only need 2 black flashes to get your RCT back. So he probably just been black flashing so much, his RCT's probably on overdrive. Keeping that nigga young, like on some Tsunade shit. Know what I'm saying? Like, casual black flashes is crazy. Then he has the shrine on the level of Sukuna making fake infinities? Bro, what are we doing? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we really talking about? Bro, the casual dismantle on the levels of Fuga? Fuga level dismantles, nigga? Top 1 in my heart, top 1 in the verse. We are gonna have some real uncomfortable conversations about Itadori Yuji after Modulo is over. because this nigga is moving mad. And if he fights Deborah, you know Deborah's gonna get spanked. He's getting spanked. Alright? He's getting spanked. And it's like, oh, bro, and Deborah's looking like top 3. I don't know if he's still stronger than Saucony yet, but he's reaching there. He getting there. He getting there fast. So, like, oh, bro, this nigga is like beyond Sukuna level. He is beyond Sukuna level. He's beyond Gojo's level. Special grade? No, he's above that, bro. He's above special grade. He's above all them niggas. He's top 1 in the verse. I don't care, Unifans. He's top 1 in the verse. But I don't want this video going on for too long. I just had to get my glaze out there. And I said, that's my boy Itadori Yuji. That's my guy. But I can't have my critiques. I can't have my critiques. Now again, this all can change in the next chapter if he's like, yo, Yuka asked me to do this. Because we don't know what happened in that month. It could just be some weird gay-gayism where Yuji actually went to go visit Yuka and she was like, yo, I kind of want to die. And Yuji's like, all right. It's like, all right. You never know. Right, Gay can just throw that in the back. But Yuji, it doesn't matter anymore. Itadori is my GOAT. Is my GOAT. He's still my GOAT. Still, he's just not sunshine anymore. That man is a cold. He cold, bro. He cold. Sad and cold. That's still my GOAT though. For his rights and his wrongs. Again, I can't stress this enough. I completely understand where he's coming from. I really do. But it is the job of the old generation to help the new gen when they need it. It is that's their job. It's the job of the old gen to help the new gen. It really is. It's just a part of human nature. It is the job. Like, if things get too stressful, yes, they're gonna rely on you because that's what new gen is supposed to do. They're supposed to be able to go back to the old and be like, how do we deal with this? Supposed to. They're supposed to. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. It's been your boy. Deuces.